Over the past decade of the DCEU, we've certainly seen some things that ended up being box office disappointments, but nothing can compare to what they've gone through in the past few years. Some of the biggest box office bombs in the history of the studio have occurred directly from DC movies, whether that's Shazam 2: Fury of the Gods, whether that's Blue Beetle, whether that's Black Adam, or whether it's The Flash, one of the biggest flops in Warner Brothers history. And nearly everyone is expecting more of the same from the last movie in the DCEU, and that, of course, is Aquaman 2. As we get closer to the release date for Aquaman, so many of the stories of the behind-the-scenes drama have started to boil up, including a massive piece in Variety detailing all of the Amber Heard drama that's been out there, all the problems going on at Warner Brothers, the multiple rounds of reshoots, and the people who are responsible for making this movie that are constantly pointing the finger at other people. Well, it's that regime that's responsible for that. It's that regime that's responsible for that. And at the end of the day, nearly everyone expects this to be a massive disaster, especially considering what we've heard about the screenings. These reports go back months when we started to hear that one of the reasons they did so many rounds of reshoots was because of how poorly it tested with their audiences. And that's the same thing I heard from some people who have done some work with DC as well. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom test screening scores are a disaster, according to reports. These things have been out there, and despite them doing reshoots, it doesn't seem like they've really fixed it. And of course, all the drama surrounding Amber Heard. Amber Heard said that they tried to fire her, but she wouldn't leave. Some reports of Elon Musk coming in at the last minute and saying, if you fire Amber Heard, I'm going to sue you for everything you're worth. Stuff like this. Who knows how much validity there is to some of those reports and rumors, but one thing we can be sure about. Amber Heard originally had a much bigger role planned for this movie. They cut it significantly down. And I think there's a good reason for that. But what they've tried to tell everybody is that, we never really thought she was going to be a big part of this. Instead, we want to focus on doing a buddy comedy between Ocean Master and Aquaman. That's always the plan, we promise. It doesn't seem like people are too engaged on that either. It really does seem like a no-win scenario for them at this point. They've continued to funnel money after these projects that are doomed for failure. The fact that The Flash, which easily costs over $300 million to make, will eventually get some of those real numbers for the budget out there, probably next year sometime. But clearly, just from what we've seen, I think you can almost guarantee a $300 million budget for that thing with all the different rounds of reshoots they did, all this shit. For that movie to go out there, market as a Michael Keaton Batman movie, and only gets, $270 million worldwide at the box office. People are really doubtful about what this movie will do. It's a follow-up to a $1 billion movie. A lot of the reports out there have said, hey, DC's pretty much given up at this point. They know there's really no salvaging this shit, so they're going to try to do as little marketing as possible, try to get it out there, hope it does something okay at the box office, but they're kind of already expecting it to fail. I would too. Because that's what DC has done. It's a combination of a lot of things. It's a combination of no direction, constantly changing leadership from one regime to another without really thinking about how it might affect this or that. And of course, bringing James Gunn in there and announcing that he's doing a reboot, yet not being super specific about who's going to stay, who's going to go. People don't feel any reason to be invested in this current iteration of DC, and I don't think that's going to change when Aquaman 2 comes out. What do you guys think? I think it's going to be another bomb at the box office for DC films. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.